Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, William Ruto staged a war against the judiciary, and he's still advancing that war. And the discussion has been going on about what's Ruto looking for really in judiciary. What does it mean when the executive stage attack on judiciary? Do you want to gag the judiciary? Then after that, whom will you come for the next? And what kind of leadership are you trying to show? So lawyers came out. They are demanding Ruto to withdraw his statement, or they will be protesting. That means anywhere from Monday there, we can have a protest. Besides this, there is one man who has come out so strongly to condemn William Samoei Ruto's statement, and he is challenging William Samoei Ruto. The Busia Senator Okiya Omtatah, in a press briefing, blow by blow, he has dealt with William Samoei Ruto. Omtatah believes that Ruto has no any iota of truth or evidence on the allegation he is making against the judges. He's challenging Ruto to produce evidence of bribery and sabotage if he has any, because he has the intelligence information. And if he does not do so, then this is a grave allegations. So Omtatah is clear that the only medicine for tyrant and strong men is to fight them back. Now this is very strong. It's a very strong statement that, look here, Mr. Ruto, we are going to fight back. We will not keep silent as you continue with what you are trying to advance. We need more men who are clear with what they stand for, who can face the regime and tell them the truth, like Okiya Omtatah.
A free human being is defined by two critical things: the freedom to be heard and the right to a fair hearing. Thus, liberty steadily walks on two legs: a free press and an independent judiciary. History has no evidence of tyrannical governments that have coexisted with these two vital institutions. And inevitably, an attack on one simply precedes an assault on the other. Since the independent judiciary in Kenya is under attack by the Kenya Kwanza government, I am sure that the next target will be our free press, and that should concern every Kenyan. Another poignant lesson from history is the futility of appeasing tyrants and strong men. After being appeased, despots always gain the strength they need to dominate and plunder, because the dominant human emotions that lead to appeasement are fear and despair. The only medicine for tyrants and strong men is to fight them back. They must be resisted by all means. I therefore add my voice to those who have come out to strongly condemn His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto's recent, most unfortunate, reckless, unwarranted, ill-informed, misguided, immature, unhinged, unnecessary, barbaric, satanic, and without a doubt, unconstitutional attacks on the judiciary. It is therefore an equally grave matter if the President does not have any evidence to support his alarming allegations. And from the look of things, he doesn't have an iota of evidence against the people he has accused of engaging in bribery. Otherwise, he would have handed the lot over to law enforcement and thrown the book at them. He would not have presented himself before the public as a comical contradiction on two unstable stilts, spewing fire and brimstone through his mouth but flailing his hands helplessly, hanging by the skin of his teeth onto an incoherent and pro-imperialist development agenda for the...
Now we are continuing with this particular discussion, but just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, the statement from Okiya Omtatah is very strong. And I like how Omtatah presented his press briefing. You see insult and fact packed together and presented in a professional way. A more professional presentation. But the message is strong, is clear, and you can understand where it's heading to. This is a strong warning to Kenya Kwanza regime. That we are not going to keep quiet and watch you destroying a nation. You are here for a specific period of time and will be out of power. You are not here for lifetime. So, I just look at how he described it. You know, the way he's describing how Ruto is behaving, his act, his statement, you know, immature, unhinged, unnecessary, barbaric, satanic, and unconstitutional attack on judiciary. So it's satanic, it's barbaric, you know. That is whom William Ruto is. That's who he is. Because you cannot just come out as the president without iota of evidence and you start making allegation on an independent office. Judiciary is independent and is one of the arms of government, just like the National Assembly and the executive. 3 arms, all independent. Then you want to override the other organs and micromanage them. That is what Omtatah is saying, it must stop. You cannot micromanage the judiciary. Because, you know, it will start with the judiciary. We keep quiet. If you will deal with the judiciary, the next place we will go is the media. And once you gag the media, we will not have the freedom, like what we are doing here, to come and discuss such matter. So no one can speak about what we are going through. You cannot challenge Ruto. The only thing you remain with is to keep your complaint in your heart and in your mind. Colonial. Neocolonialism. Something that Okiya Omtatah is against. Ruto way of governance is a kind of pre-imperialism that is doing what Okiya Omtatah is referring to as pre-imperialism development agenda. That means you want to force things on the throats of Kenyans. We have our constitution that allows public participation, and therefore if we want to do any development for the people, go and ask them, do you want this? Have an agreement, sit down and an agreement with these people. That is the spirit of democracy of this country. But Ruto, it is either his way or the highway. Omtatah is saying a big no. So the only way Ruto to get out of this, it is just by presenting concrete evidence. That I have this evidence against this judge, this lawyer, or this person. If you don't have, then you should stop advancing those kind of allegations that is coming out with. So, in totality, Okiya Omtatah is telling Kenyans to reject and fight back William Samoei Ruto. Don't keep silent and say that, oh, it is judiciary, they ruled in his favor, so today they are facing it. If you finish with the judiciary, he will come for you and me. So it is time to fight back tyranny, to fight back these strongmen. And at the end of the day, they have to know that this is a country that has its own people, na sio nchi ya mtu fulani. That has to stop. So, however, Ruto would try to bring in the allegation from people like Senior Counsel Ahmed Nasir, trying to tag them so that he can make a point. The fact remains that the only way to convince Kenyans is by coming out and sharing this concrete evidence to relevant authorities so that the action might be taken against those individuals that he feel that they are breaking the law, they are against him. And by the way, people are now looking deeper into what Ruto is doing. This is a man who always work on a long-term plan. The fight we are seeing on judiciary, it might have a bigger meaning in the future. Ruto might be looking for a friendly judiciary that can rule in his favor in the near future, especially when it comes to the issue of 2027 general election. Maybe on face of things, he sees a judiciary that is defiant, a judiciary that he might not control in the future, a judiciary that has discovered his kind of leadership and they are not for it. Therefore, going forward, you have to fight them, you have to brand them, make allegation on them, and find a reason to fire them. Then bring in a friendly judiciary that is willing to break the law and make a judgment or a ruling that is going to favor William Ruto. Ameangalia vile mambo inaenda, anaona huenda in the next election, people will not be on my side. They will be against me. Remember, even the manner in which he got to power is something that is still questionable. Even if we used Chebukati's figures, the difference was too small between Ruto and Raila Odinga. Imagine it was the first time he was going to the office. Now he has been tested and proved to be poisonous. And one of the worst leaders who can lead us is a country. What we expect in the next election is going to be protest, rejection, and no one would want to associate himself or herself with William Ruto. So knowing this, he knows that he might not get the votes to retain his position. So you fight these judges, brand them, do everything that you prepare for their removal from office and bring in friendly people who are going to rule in your favor. That is also another issue that we have to look deeper into. So this fight is not just for now. It is also for the future general election that might come. And that will be maybe where Ruto is focusing and where he's drawing his fight against these judges. Ndio maana hana evidence. And that's why people like Okiya Omtatah are challenging him to produce evidence or else shut up.